So the bulk code importer is a feature within analytics that, as the name suggests, allows you to bring across a load of funds in one go, so long as you've got the codes. So if you've got the codes in something like Excel, which I've got here, 15 funds, the city codes of each one, it doesn't have to be a city code. It could be ISIN, CEDAL, CityMex. It could be a mixture of all of them. But if I go and copy those codes in here, if I now come back into analytics, the bulk code importer lives on that on this button here. So if you click on this, you can click on next, just paste those codes in there. You can do up to 1,000 at a time. And if I click on next, the system will now search our entire database of 300,000 different share classes. It's found all of those funds for me. And I can now just simply click on add, and hey, presto, all of those funds appear back on this main screen. And rather than having to do this each time, if I'm going to use these 15 funds again, I might as well save that as a list. So I can save that as my favorite fund panel, or whatever I might want it to be called. And then at any stage, I can click on the open button and open that list again in the future. Equally, that button sits underneath the portfolio tab within new portfolio. So when I'm building a portfolio, if I don't have to go and find those 15 funds manually, I can click on the tools tab and bulk code import, and it lives in here as well. So I can do exactly the same as before, find those 15 funds. You should find them pretty quickly, and I can now click on add to portfolio rather than add to active list, and it will then simply attach them in here. Now, incidentally, if I get rid of this and do that again, if I open up the portfolio, there is another little button to be aware of. If I move this to one side, because I've got all of these funds sitting here on the left-hand side in my active list, all 15 of them, if I expand this again, you'll notice I have also got this button. So if I've used the bulk code importer to import it into my active list, I can import from my active list as well. So if I click on this button, it imports those funds into my portfolio. Now I assign the weightings, click on save, save the portfolio, and the portfolio will be available back on this main screen under the portfolio tab. So the bulk code importer can save you an awful amount of time in finding funds, because it will find it for you so long as you have those codes available.